Hi, and welcome back to the Citizen Challenge quiz time again as we look back at October 2025. Yes, we've had worse months, we've had better months, of course we have. And we've got 10 questions to ask about the month of October. If you're a City fan, there might be a couple of questions thrown in about our opponents as well. So be prepared to have done your homework or know a little bit about who we've been playing during October. 21 points up for grabs, so a lot up for grabs this time. So let's see how many you can get. Get half of that. I think you've done very, very well. I think I'd struggle with it, even though I know the answers. If I did it, say, in a 4 weeks' time, I'd probably struggle myself. But anyway, hope you enjoy, guys. I say you can do it in the time. I'll leave a little bit of a space before the answer, or you can press pause and have a think. Do it in your own time as well. So. And do it, mates. So any City fans, challenge your City fan mates or your family. Why not have a Bernard Games night on City? All right, probably one of the worst things you could have, but why not? Why not? Bit of fun anyway. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Please, if you do enjoy the stuff and you're still with me, if you can hit that like button, it helps the algorithms, of course. So I'm much appreciated if you can do that for me. Helps get the channel out there in the ether. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. That'd be wonderful. And if you've got any hype points, of course, a new thing on YouTube, you can spread the love and give hype points to various things. I think you do it. I think you have an allowance per month, isn't it? Something like that. I think how it works, or a week. I don't know. I can't remember now. But you can give us any hype points, guys. That helps the algorithms as well. Helps the channel. And if you want to contact me or do various things or support the channel, or you want to shout out stuff like that, just stay tuned later on after the quiz and for a minute or two, and I can explain other ways of contacting the channel. Right, let's get on with the quiz. Yeah, as I say, I put 21 points here. I have added up twice, but I mean, my maths used to be very good, but I'm getting old now. I might have, but I think there's 21 points up for grab. If you end up getting 22, well done. Fantastic. If you end up getting 22, all credit to you. Right, we'll go back to Monaco. Yes, remember that at the start of the month? Monaco, of course, and City, a disappointing 2-2 draw. Of course it was. Question 1 is the 2-2 draw with Monaco was our third meeting against Monaco in competitive football. Don't think we played any friendly games. You might know better than me. But that was our third meeting. So what score? I don't want to know when they were, but what score were the previous 2 games? Of course, we played them over 2 legs last time out. It didn't end too well, did it? If that's any help to you. But it started well and finished poorly. Of course it did. So for 2 points, what score were the previous 2 games against Monaco? Right, I'll give you the answer on that one. The first game, of course, ended City 5, Monaco 3. Great game. I was there for that one. We thought that was enough, didn't we? Unfortunately, with the old away goals rule coming to be in, which it was in those days, has been scrapped since, of course. We lost 3-1 away. So even though we ended, of course, 6 each, 6-6, they won on the away goals because they scored 3 to our 1. So there you go. It's 3-1 to Monaco. So give yourself the points for that one. That was back in February, March 2017, of course. Right, on to question 2. Picture 1 there. It's up there. Erling Powers home. But where's the ball with his head, of course? Is it A, B, C or D? So which one of those options is it? So I think his heading's improved, hasn't it, Erling? I used to be a little bit critical for a big bloke, his head, but I think he's been practicing. What else has he got to do with his time? He's got a young kid now, though, isn't he? So we're playing with him or her. I'm not sure if it's a lad or a girl. Anyway, the answer to that one, guys, is the ball, of course, is at A. So if you said A, give yourself the point for that one. On to question 3. Yes, a win at Brentford, a tight one, but a win at 1-0. Pep Guardiola spoke of his pride at reaching 250 Premier League wins quicker than any other manager in the history of the competition. Yet another record. So he was happy about that with that 1-0 win at Brentford. But how many games did it take him to get to 250? I'll give you 3 options, so you've got a chance with this one. 1 in 3 if you're not too sure. 319 games, 339 games, or 359 games. So how long did it take to get 250 Premier League wins? And there's a bonus point. Yes, I'll give you a bonus point as well. Fergie was previous best. How many games did he do it in? I'll give you another options on that. So you want to make a note. Have you got a pad and pencil? Did he do it in 404, 424 or 444? So there you go. Did Pep do it in 319, 339 or 359? And did Fergie, who's now second best as ever, of course he is, 404, 424 or 444? So 2 points up for grabs if you get both of these right. And the answer, yes, Pep took 359 games. And of course, old Red Nose himself, Fergie, took 404. Yeah, so there you go, 45 games quicker. Question 4. After the international break, City beat Everton 2-0. Which player got his first minutes of the season after recovering from injury, coming on in the 85th minute? So there's been a few returning lately in October, but this guy got his first minutes against Everton in that 2-0 victory after recovering from a bad injury. He came on in the 85th minute. So can you remember who that was? Against Everton, 2-0. He's still niggly as I'm recording this. He's just missed another game because there's a bit of a niggle. But anyway. Yes, well, the answer to that one is Kovacic, of course, who came back from injury and still not 100% as I'm recording this at the end of October. Question 5, there we go. Who's that? There you go. It's celebration time, of course, for the forest green clad Sky Blues. Can you say that? They're not Sky Blues anymore, but hey, yeah, we are, aren't we? 2 forest green clad players there in the win over Villarreal, of course, a 2-0 win there. But who are the 2 players? One scored the goal and one assisted it. So who are they? So who's that? Been sticking out. The 2 City players. Again, for 2 points if you get both right. So we have the scorer and assister against Villarreal, or one of the scorers and assister. It was, of course, Savinho. And the other one, probably easier to spot, I suppose, Bernardo. But probably both easy to spot, aren't they? But give yourself the points for that one. On to question 6. Yes, City's last win on the road before the Villarreal game, the Villarreal win, was almost 13 months previous. I believe one commentator never stopped mentioning it on the night. Fortunately, I wasn't listening to that channel. I was listening to a foreign one. Anyway, City's last win on the road before that Villarreal win was almost 13 months previously, and it was a 4-0 win over who on the 1st of October 2024. So there you go. On the 1st of October was the last time we'd won away in Europe. And that was almost 13 months previously. Who against? 4-0. Question 6, just the 1 point for that one. And the answer, of course, is Slovan Bratislava. Yes, so that was the last game before Villarreal. Hopefully there'll be a few more coming up. On to question 7. Yeah, disappointing. A 1-0 loss at Aston Villa, of course, and it broke a 9-game unbeaten run. And we played in that not very popular raindrop kit, of course, which most people have now said we hope we never play in it again. But I remember wearing the black and red stripes for the very first time. And we got beat at Everton the very first time we wore that. And people said they never wanted to see that again. But it became iconic, didn't it? Will this raindrop kit do the same? Probably not. Anyway. Look at the pictures that are up there. You've had a good scan already, no doubt. I'll ask you 3 questions about those pictures before, and then I'll take it down after I've took it down. So I won't leave it up while you answer the questions. That'll be too easy. But I'm going to ask you 3 questions on those images taken from the game, of course, the 1-0 loss at Villa Park. So I'll let you look at it for a moment. You want to look longer? Pause it now. Otherwise, I'm taking it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it should be gone. Yes. So in those pictures, how many balls, or part of balls, but I think they're all full balls, aren't they? And I mean footballs, guys. I know what you're like. How many footballs in the images? How many Phil Fodens? There you go. How many times did Phil feature in those images? And here's one. You might. This is a tricky one for you, I bet. How many crossbars? How many crossbars feature? So how many footballs in those images, how many Phil Fodens, and how many crossbars? I'll try and picture that image now, what it was. And yeah, pause if you need a bit longer. I will give you the answers now. Footballs, there were 8. So there's 8 footballs there. How many Phil Fodens? Well, we got 3. The wise one, the blind one, and the one who couldn't hear. Is that it? Three wise Phil Fodens, I think they call it. And how many crossbars? Of course, just the one. Just one in the background there, of course. So just give yourself the equivalent points, 1, 2 or 3, or none at all. Right, for 4 points, question 8. A point each here for 4 City players who were booked at Villa. Yes, we had 4 bookings at Villa. Can you name the 4 players booked? Now, don't write 11 players down, just write 4 names down. It's only a bit of fun. You don't need to cheat. So which 4 City players were booked against Aston Villa in that 1-0 loss? And I will do them in the order that they were booked, I think. Although you don't need to have known that one, but just give us 4 names. And in the order they were booked was Savvy, Reinders, Gonzalez, and Foden. Yeah, so give yourself the points. Right, on to question 9. We're looking at the last game of the month, of course, a win away in Swansea in the Carabao Cup. And a lot of oldies, this is a question about our opponents, actually, a little bit about Swansea. So oldies like me remember, of course, Swansea's Vetch Field ground, of course, which is the one they were in before they moved to this brand spanking new one, which is still fairly new. It's younger than the Episiode, which I thought they were built about the same time, but no. But it's a question about that. So for 3 points, so I'm going to give you a point each. When was their current home open? So when did they play their first football match? What year? Don't worry about the season. Or the season obviously follows on from the year. But what year was the current ground opened? What is its current name? Of course, these new grounds are all sponsored these days, aren't they? Including ours. But so what's its current name? It was the Liberty Stadium, but that's not what it's called now. So what's its current name? And which current rugby team play there? So which rugby team? The badge is on the stand. There should be an image. There'll be an image up there in a minute when I give you the answers. But the badge of Swansea, of the rugby team that plays there as well, is also on the stand, the main stand. So 3 questions. When was the current ground open for playing footy? What is the current name of the ground? And which current rugby team play there? There you go, 3 points if you get all 3 of these. Right, the answer to that, it opened in 2005, so it would be available for the 2005-06 season. It's called the Swansea.com Stadium, Swansea.com, very, very pithy title there, Swansea.com, but however they get money and support, it's entirely up to them, isn't it? And every club needs it, especially teams like Swansea, of course, in the Championship. And of course the Ospreys, Ospreys, the Ospreys share the ground and have the badge up on the stand there. There should be a picture, you probably just make it out. And finally, question 10. Yes, it's just a who's missing from the lineup from that City game. The City media people did a slightly different way of doing the lineup. We didn't get the individual players like they used to, probably because we had players who don't play much. Perhaps they didn't have them up to date. Perhaps they didn't have the images. I'm sure they have. But yeah, for the Carabao Cup, they changed it a little bit. So who's missing? There's 2 players missing from that. There's a bit of a connection between the 2 players as well. A little bit of a clue for you. They are connected, all right. They're not brothers, but we don't have any brothers playing for us at the moment, as far as the first team are concerned. Of course, if you think about the last Carabao Cup game, we had the Heskey brothers. Both came on, didn't they? Or both played at some stage. So who's missing? Which 2 players are missing from that? Have a look. If you get them both, you get 2 points, of course. And yes, the clue of the connection, of course, it was the Ryans, wasn't it? Ryan, R-A-Y-A-N, how you pronounce it. Some people pronounce it Ryan, some Ryan. And of course, both Ryans were missing. So we've got Ryan Atnori, and Ryan Cherky, of course. So there you go, that was the connection. So give yourself the points. Let us know what you got, guys. 21 points up for grabs. Let us know how many you got. The sun's come out. Still bloody freezing, but the sun's out anyway. Hope you enjoyed the October quiz. We'll be back for the November one, and I'm going all dark now because I'm going into shadow. My apologies. So yes, the lighting in this studio is shocking, or my front room, depending which way you look at it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit those buttons if you do like what you see. As I said, if you can support the channel, leave your comments. If you want to help promote the channel, even your sponsorships, etc., or you just want to have a chat, or you want to shout out, just let me know. And there are ways of doing that. Just keep watching and listening. Thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the feature anyway. And please, if you can, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. That'd be wonderful. And if you're not already a subscriber, it'd be great if you could subscribe. It's absolutely free. Also, check out all my social media links. Will be in the description and comments below if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. We can chat on there and do all things City, of course. Also, if you're into film and TV, don't forget a lot of this channel is film and TV stuff. I love me film and TV like I do City. So if you're into that, have a look. Or even know someone who might not be that bothered about the football but likes film and TV, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very grateful. And special thanks as ever to supporters of the channel. Episiode. They've got a little eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia mainly, including books, magazines, posters, lots of posters, and they do have some City stuff as well that they've purloined off me over time, so there'll be a few bits and pieces, probably more going on as well. So have a look at Piat6505 on eBay. And yes, if you do go onto eBay, and if you're a member, we do have memberships, 99p a month. You get early access to all my vlogs, so as soon as I do them, you get them. Sometimes it could be months before they're published generally, so a lot of the history stuff, so you have access. The membership gives you access to that. It gives you 10% extra off at Piat6505 if you want to buy any of that memorabilia, so that you can actually gain that from being a member and support the channel. That's a great way of supporting the channel, of course, like watching the ads on the original thing that you've seen now, my original feature. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, also before we go, podcasts. If you like your podcasts, I do a podcast with Mike Long in South Korea. It's called Bolt from the Blue, in our 8th season. Yeah, we've had some good fun on there. We're trying to have a bit of humour, generally look at City's games as and when we play them, have a look back. So please check out that. It's on Soundcloud, Spotify, all good places you get your podcasts from. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything about this feature, and you didn't mind me asking you about this at the end. And please, all I ever ask for you is to stay safe, everyone, especially you Blues.